select few. Because these classes are not attended by many people, because it requires a level of understanding. Because you can't teach the MA mathematics to a student of LKG or UKG. Similarly, there are some teachings which have been available only for the people who are elevated enough to go deep into the subject. Unless you make a preliminary ground, you can't approach these sciences. And the history shows that the secret wisdom, or the wisdom that I have been teaching here, is available to common people also at the time. And then slowly it receded. First of all, at the time of Akbar in India, and at the time of the burning away of the Alexandrian, these things are not accidental. The portions of Upanishads that are available with us is only 10%. In fact, Upanishads are so many Upanishads are there. And the available Upanishads are about 1,000. Even in these 1,000 Upanishads, only 10,000 Upanishads are given in a full form, that's what they say. But even then, only 10% of Upanishads are available in these 10 also. Because most of the secret wisdom is burnt at the time of Akbar for sacred reasons. They are kept in a plane which is called etheric plane. When a man is evolved enough by his behavior, not to indulge, not to hurt somebody, it's what we learn in Puranas and yoga and all these things. The man who is calm, expecting nothing from anybody, ready to have every person in the power, that's what the universal brotherhood is about. And who is above caste, creed, sex and all these things. And such people are trained from immemorial times. And these books are available for the being today. If the books of Pythagoras are not available to everybody, they are there, available in etheric plane. Unless you prove yourself, your moral behavior, or regular behavior, these books are available, not available to you. So these books are called secret doctrine in real sense. In the real sense, they are called the secret doctrine. And a part of it, by the luck of the humanity, was given by Madame Blavatsky about a century back. And nobody had time to read these things in all these 100 years. And she predicted in her own secret doctrine that a group of people will come together, start reading, understanding these books after 100 years. Probably you are the batch, some of the batch, about 200 people throughout the world. I lecture throughout the world about secret doctrine. There are only 5 teachers are available in the whole of the world to teach secret doctrine, but it needs a lot of sciences to be learned before it is understood. A secret doctrine, when you want to read it and learn it completely, first of all, you must master all sciences that have been taught all these 10 days. Anthropology, physics, chemistry, biology, now biotechnology. And all these sciences must be learned, and then mathematics. Mostly mathematics in the form of algebra, geometry. They must be learned first of all. And the reader must also be an adept in Upanishads, Puranas, and then basics of maths. And they are called Theology and Science, that's what Madame Blavatsky called them. And we have been trying to teach this for past 40 years. There are so many persons. Of these persons, very few have exalted themselves as souls. Normal human being is an individual. who lives in this world for his own food, money, and rest and seeking. And out of them, people evolve themselves as personalities to help their family, to help their friends, to help the people around. Then they elevate themselves as a soul. When you start this journey as a soul, always a group is attached to you, and the master of that group is also attached to you. A master is not available for the persons and individuals, but is available to persons who elevate themselves into souls. To elevate yourself into a soul, you need sacrifice. There are 4 important things that have been taught by Jalpur. Silence,
submission,
sacrifice,
submission,
and secrecy. Only 4 aspects. And if you just start practicing it, then you elevate yourself as a soul. And every human being cannot elevate themselves soul unless he gets rich. At every age there is an evolution going on. And then now today I want to give you a formula which is given by Jalpur as well as Madam Professor. Rather 2 formulas put together as one formula. The one formula is as above, so below. This has to be meditated throughout your life. What all happens on the physical plane, what all that happens in astral plane, what all that happens in your mental plane is a reflection of something happening in the heavens. And these planes, a human being reaches 7 in number, which you already know. They are called 7 Vyavritis in Vedas. Bhu, Bhoha, Soha, Maha, Jana, Tapa, Satya. Bhu is material plane. Bhoha is etheric, astral and emotional plane. Soha is the plane of consciousness. Om, Bhu, Bhuva, Soha. These are the planes which you can reach. A physical plane or astral plane or a mental plane. Next. Bhu, Bhuva, Soha, Maha. Maha is the plane of life. Jana, plane of generation, where whole creation is coming out.
Tapaha.
And Tapaha is the plane of electricity and magnetism. Fire. Out of all this, most important is fire. And the 7th plane is called Satyaloka or Satya, where all these 6 planes coexist themselves, from which all these 6 planes come and merge every minute in every color. As you grow as a human being, you take these initiations and all that, slowly you will raise into the higher planes of consciousness. We know only 3 planes of consciousness that which we live. Each plane has got a symbol. Like Bhu is represented by a cube. Bhoha is represented by a sphere, and Soha is represented by 6-dimensional glass. So in Vedas, every utterance has a sound, color, potency, and a shape. So that's why the Sanskrit is called the language of Vedas, language of gods. There is a language where we can communicate with gods. What whom you call natural devas, we put it in English as the cosmic intelligences. Everything happens according to your intelligence, not by a chance. Your creation. The movement of a planet around sun is a conscious movement. It's not an accident. He says there are no accidents. The Chinese saying is there are no accidents in this whole of this world. you feel as an accident because it is an LCM of a lot of forces that are working, and then it precipitates into an accident. Prior to that, there are a lot of forces that are acting in your mind as well as in higher planes of consciousness. So also there is everything that happens in this cosmos or system or in your own self as a rhythm, as a conscious being who is directing it. Your heartbeat, the pulse, just they're not automatic. There is a being who conducts all these things. Unless you are being taught how to take breath in, take breath out by a higher intelligence in you, you can't live. And this breath itself gives the 72. This is what they say, 72. Correct course. 72 is a number. It is a number where sun moves in the cosmos. He moves 1 degree 72 years. It has a correspondence. So the law above, so as above, so above, law also is a corollary of another law which is called the law of correspondence. The law of correspondence is given in Vedas as the Nyasa Vichya. So we have a lot of books, a lot of prayers that are available, Mahanyasa of Lord Shiva, Nyasa of Surya Deva. We have 5 approaches to enter into these higher levels of consciousness. One is called the Saura, the people who pray solar god as the ultimate. That's what the Mayan civilization, even today Mexicans, parts of Indians, in parts of Chaldea, the highest god for them is solar god. For a normal human being who is not trained as a soul, the sun is a small object which is shining in the heaven. For a man who has elevated himself as a soul, the sun we see is a Surya Deva. It's a Lord. It's a Lord who is creating all this planetary system. He is also the Lord who is creating and conducting thousands. It all depends upon how you look at the things around. A fire is a fire god if you know how to look at it. It's just a fire if you don't know how to look at it. When you look at the fire, the flame is not fire, sir. The flame is different from fire. Flame is a physical body of the fire. Behind that there is a God who is called the fire. Some people contact this fire, they can walk through fire. So everything around us are conducted by some group of intelligences whom we will call, for a better word, Devas. Devas in and around us surround us and they obey the laws. The law of correspondence, that's what I am coming back again. There is a law in the cosmos. Let us not go to the cosmos beyond solar system. It's enough if we can give in these classes, we approach the solar system enough. Then you can go beyond cosmic. The solar god, everything there is a correspondence is the human being. Yes, that's how it's said. And his deputy is our earth on which we live. I show you how beautiful a correspondence is. How this earth is born, when it came into the physical being, how the humanity has evolved. We trace, I think he has almost tried these things to teach you, traced all these things the humanity has traced, and we trace every birth. Madame Bloods gave some names to understand, and she named 5 names which are called Sacred Island, Hyperborean, Lemurian and Atlantis. These are the names she has given. Lemuria, these are not the places or some location. These are the places of realization, places of consciousness. A child of 2 months. Meditate. When you are a child of 2 months old, meditate your own consciousness. When you are 2 months old, can you remember your father? Go back to 2 years, 2 months child as a memory. You can never remember your face of your father or mother. Even uncles or aunties, whatever you call it. So it is a state of being which is an experience, not yet at physical, come into the physical being. So that's called, what she called as a sacred island. Sacred island is a state of experience which experienced the whole of the humanity on this earth, iron span. Few crore years, about 2 million, 2 into 4, about 8 million years back. So we trace the same thing as a correspondence. We just, if you know ourselves, we know the cosmos. If you know the cosmos, we know ourselves. When you trace yourself, it is called Atma-Vidya. When you trace the tracing board of the cosmos, that's what the tracing board, they call it in Masonic lodges, which they don't know at all what it is. When you trace the cosmos, you trace yourself. How to trace? Meditate. Meditation is one of the greatest weapons given by the Lord to a human being to elevate himself. Meditation is closing eyes and sitting for hours and hours to do that, doing nothing. Meditation is putting your mind, soul, everything on a particular point to know it in depth. It's called Ekagra. Ekagra means not concentration. Putting everything into the one-pointed observation. Eka Agra. It's not, many people mistake it as concentration. Concentration is not meditation at all, first of all. Concentration is a type of disease. We concentrate on a lot of things because tomorrow if we have exam, we concentrate on mathematics or science or some nonsense. And that is not meditation at all because tomorrow you have to vomit it on a paper. And then after 10 years, if you ask the same subject, probably you may not be able to remember and recapitulate it. So meditate upon your own self. In the early ages, humanity lived in a sacred island. It is all experience. A 1 year child